the reason I started blogging was I knew nothing about blogging, except that it was clearly in the political field becoming extremely important in the United States and therefore would become important here. You can't do these things theoretically. So I started blogging, which opened up a world I didn't even know existed. Now, the problem with blogging is there are all kinds of blogs. So we're only talking about political blogs. One opportunity it gave me was it could also put up my long papers and speeches, but by only showing the first few lines, you could still flick down and only read what you wanted to read. So a 2,000-word paper did not sort of block the blog. Now, the next thing is you've got to remember you're not a newspaper. You've got to have added value. And then you've got to do it regularly. And that was the biggest problem. Then I found that I do a lot of thinking. I'm not an academic, but I think. I do a lot of thinking. But when you are thinking on your own, because until he grew old, Max was my constant. We spoke every day and sparred, and I find it very difficult to think on my own.
Your sparring partner.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I found that in a blog, you've got to finish your thinking, which you don't always do. So I then brought the blogging as an integral part of my activity. That also made it much easier, no shortage of things to write about, and I've normally got several subjects being developed, some of which I just get published, some of which are just discarded, and some make it. And it is clear to me that in today's age, politically, things are moving so fast that the most effective communication is a blog, provided, A, that you get it out to the right people. You try to have a maximum readership. I have no interest in comments on my blog. Those who really have something that is worth listening to normally will, people I know, and they will email me separately. But every so long you can send out with a touch of a key 1,000 links or copies of a particular blog, and then you refer to previous ones so that people get to know it. And I don't know how well known it is in Europe. I do know it's extremely well known in China, and that students who sometimes come up to me and that they know me through my blog. So I found it an extremely valuable experience. I'm not satisfied that political blogs are being sufficiently marketed, if you like, and I feel that we have to try to get more people at the European level to blog, maybe collectively if they're too busy, because some good blogging is done by officials anonymously. So there's a lot more to be done. We're way behind. And, of course, you've got to be extremely careful about your blogs, transparency, who you are, who you represent, if you represent anybody. but it's going to grow very considerably. And I think that EurActiv's original launch of this blogging was an excellent step, because doing your blog on your own has the marketing problem, but also those of us who are blogging and not necessarily technically equipped, and the beauty of EurActiv is that from the moment I've completed my text on Word to posting it is about 3 minutes. And there's always someone like yourself to help me when, for some reason, I can't get the formatting right.
One knows one's best.
And that is, those two things are critical. So I'm sold on political blogging, and I think we should do much more to encourage it.